now, from South Seminole Middle School in Castleberry, Florida, direct from the 3rd floor of Building Number 3, this is South Seminole News.
Anderson. All up. All right. South Seminole Middle School. Hope everyone enjoyed their Martin Luther King weekend. But for the JRTC cadets, the Hurricane Battalion, we do this every year. Monster truck. We're right here in Orlando, Camping World Stadium. 61 cadets are going to embark on the 2019 Monster Truck. Guys, it's going to be exciting. We're going to have photos. We're going to have video. Oh, yeah, the Hurricane Battalion is in the house. This is our 4th year in a row, and we're getting ready to do it. You guys have a great day. Whoa.
The future of the United States of America right here. So thank you for your eager and early wanting to be a part of the Army, and to all of the veterans that are here right now. Jack Jackson, I can't believe how many veterans I've seen walk around this pit park.
Yes, we do have quite a few veterans. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Coast Guard, they're all represented right here at Monster Jam. And we salute every veteran that has served this country. Even though we're going through some things, we have straightened it out. And guys, I believe 100% in the military right now.
Yes, thank you for your service. Thank you for being here today for Monster Jam. Can I get an awesome or something? Make some noise!
The reason we're in uniform is because we want to be recognized. We are a leadership school. We are a leadership academy. And the better way to show your leadership is by having the cadets in uniform. They will get much respect. There is some perks that come with the uniform. For example, some of them may not wait in the line. Some of them go straight to the front of the line. Some of them buy food. We don't know, but we're here to represent South Seminole Middle School. These cadets have worked hard. They have passed their second 9 weeks grade, and we're just mandatory fun today. South Seminole Middle School. Once again, we are here at Monster Truck Freestyle. Get ready to come up. We just finished the 2-wheel challenge. What the 2-wheel challenge is, the trucks must do some type of stunt to get it on 2 wheels. The winner, of course, is my truck, Max D. We get ready for freestyle. That's when it goes tear the place up. You guys should have been here. JRTC, Orlando, Camping World Stadium, hooah! South Seminole Middle School, guess what? Monster Jam 2019 is in the record books. I predicted Max D would take it, and he won it. Look, guys, JRTC is where you need to be, okay? If you want leadership, if you want discipline, but yet still have some fun like these cadets, you need to join ROTC. Don't listen to the hype. You want to be a leader, ROTC is where you need to be. We want to thank all the administration, Mr. Grace, Mr. Mertz, Dr. Coleman Baker. Thank you for letting us do this. And we're going to do it again. And we want you here next year. This is Chief Jackson signing off. And also, special shouts out to Mr. Miles and the team TV crew. Hooah! You guys have a great day. We'll see you Tuesday. Hooah!
Hi guys, my name's Tori and today I'm going to be talking about the X-Men Cinematic Universe. I will not be talking about the show Legion and the animated series because I have not seen them and they don't exactly tie into the main timeline of the movies. But I will also not be talking about the Deadpool series, Logan, and the Wolverine. But I will be talking about the main movies and the show The Gifted. So to start off, I'll be talking about The Gifted. It is a show on Fox that is actually really good because that ties into the actual series by showing Lorna Dane, Magneto's daughter. She is just like him in every single way. She has magnetism and she has her own little issues she has to deal with, and she has a friend that's just like Charles. His name is Eclipse Marco Diaz. But the main show is actually about Andrea and Andreas von Strucker, the Fenris twins. They do appear every now and then, but it's mainly in just flashbacks. The show actually is the main part about their great-grandkids, Andy and Lauren, and how they had to find their way in this mutant-hating world due to an event that happened called July 15th. The show also has the main stars, Emma Frost's clones, known as the Stepford Cuckoos. Sadly, 2 of them died when they were young, so it mainly shows Esme, Sophie, and Phoebe. They are just like Emma Frost in many ways, and they're actually really fascinating in my mind. I wish we had more time with them. But now I'm going to be talking about the main timeline of the series. It starts off with the original, which actually starts off with X-Men Origins Wolverine. I don't have photos, sadly, but it starts off with Logan's past, then it goes to First Class, but then the original trilogy, which stars Sir Ian McKellen as Magneto, who I actually really love as Magneto, and it also has Sir Patrick Stewart as Charles Xavier. The 2 work off really great because in real life the 2 are best friends, and their back and forth is always the best part of the series. But the main reason the trilogy is what it is because of Jean Grey and her trying to figure out what to do due to Dark Phoenix coming back in her life. It's really scary sometimes because of her powers being unleashed, but I love how the way her husband, Scott Summers, has to deal with it. He always tries to find a way to keep a bright smile on his face, but he sometimes gets into these ways where he just can't find a way to deal with it, and it's just a really funny, weird trilogy. But then, actually, it starts off with Days of Future Past, which completely changes the timeline. It all starts in an apocalyptic world due to a man named Bolvalor Trask, who had actually captured Mystique and used her DNA to be able to adapt to all these mutants and their powers. But then, actually, in the this movie, Charles and Eric send Logan back in time to go fix the timelines by getting the main people, which are Beast, Charles, and Eric, the younger versions of them, played by James McAvoy, who played Charles, who I think is actually a perfect fit for young Charles, and Michael Fassbender to play a young Eric. The 2 have a great back and forth. And I actually really love them as the young versions. The thing is, they actually have a good back and forth, and the movie actually ends up being really good because they end up changing history altogether by having to stop Mystique from causing the homicide of Trask. And it's a good movie that actually ends up changing the timeline, which actually creates the way to the new movie that came out in 2016, known as Apocalypse, actually. It's the new 83, and it's set to show the young versions of Jean Grey, Scott Summers, and the other main X-Men. Sophie Turner ends up being my favorite version of Jean Grey ever. And Ty Sheridan is actually a really good version of Scott. But see, Blink, I forgot to mention this, is in Days of Future Past. I'm sorry that I ended up skipping her, but she ends up also being in The Gifted, and it's a good tie-in my mind. But back to Apocalypse. I'm sorry. Sophie Turner is known for her role in Game of Thrones, and her in this movie is probably the best thing out of all, and because she shows the struggles of being Jean Grey and knowing how it is. And then Ty Sheridan as Scott Summers is actually really good because unlike the original trilogy, you see him get his powers. You see his younger brother Alex take him to Xavier to try and figure out how to heal it, and you see him get his glasses. It's actually a really good movie, and they also introduced Nightcrawler, Jubilee, who's played by the girl in To All the Boys I Loved Before. I haven't seen the movie, but I heard it's good. And you end up also seeing Storm become who she is. It's a really good movie that also has that also leads to the other movie that you see some other famous people from the comics called New Mutants. Charlie Heaton from Stranger Things is in it. Anna Taylor-Joy from M. Night Shyamalan's Split is in it. And Macy Williams from Game of Thrones is in it. I have high hopes, but it keeps getting canceled for some reason. I'm hoping it will be released, but people say it's going to Hulu. But then there's this new X-Men movie that I have high hopes for called Dark Phoenix. It shows the story of Jean Grey. Everyone says it's going to be great, even the people themselves that made the movie. But the thing is, this movie has a weird controversy, kind of history to it, where it keeps getting canceled, keeps coming back, keeps getting canceled, but then multiple of the actors, like James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender, will not say they were in a part of the film until like 2 days before this teaser trailer came out. It's supposed to come out this year, and I'm really hoping it's going to be good, because Jean Grey is actually one of my favorite people of all time. Apparently, unlike the trilogy that started the whole series, this movie actually follows closely to the trailer, the comics. And I'm hoping it's going to end up being as good as it seems, because apparently there's so many things that go into it that made a lot of the actors cry on set. But yeah, hopefully this is going to be good. Hopefully this movie ends up living to my expectations and will be a good ending to the entire X-Men series as we know it, because it's been going on since the year 2000. It should actually have a conclusion soon, and this story seems to be as good as it will be, to be a great conclusion. But that seems to be it for today. I don't really have much to talk about now, but that's it for today, guys. I hope you had fun listening to me ramble on about X-Men. Have a good day. Bye.
The new remodeled PBS suite is ready to rock. Having a tough morning, just took a test, need to unwind? The PBS suite is your midday to get away, where you can enjoy lunch with friends in a more private atmosphere. Play the Wii, score in foosball, shoot some hoops, sing a karaoke song, or go old school with some Atari's first game, Centipede. You can schedule the PBS suite during A or B lunch period for $1. Everyone attending must have the same lunch period. If it's your birthday, enter for free. Also, end of the year with a bang, stay lit in the PBS suite. Speak to Mr. Motley for all your party questions.
Hi, my name is Keely, and I am in a musical called James the Giant Peach at Winter Springs Performing Arts, also known as The Stage. The musical is based off the book James and the Giant Peach by Roald Dahl. Performance dates are May 17th and 18th at 7 p.m. and May 19th at 2 p.m. Tickets are $12 and they will be on sale soon. Other performances are Treasure Island, which is a play, not a musical, Anything Goes, and Pirate the Musical. If you search www.winterspringsperformingarts.com, you can find performance dates, buy tickets when they go on sale, and more. Have a great weekend, and don't forget to storm. Konnichiwa, minasan, and welcome to the second edition of WAOF Global News, aka Weebu Anime Obsessed Fans Global News. As promised, this week's Friday show is dedicated to the movie Dragon Ball Super Broly and will be a spoiler-free review. Last weekend, my family and I went to watch Broly in AMC theaters, and the movie was, in my point of view, astonishing and marvelous. Yes, there were select scenes, few in number, which could appear to be in the video game animation style to some people, but overall, I enjoyed it very much. I managed to get a picture or two from the movie, and this movie starts off with a 25-minute recap in detail of Goku, former Prince Vegeta, and Broly's past as miniature Saiyan warriors and their origins. It begins quite impassioned, speaking of the sad fate of their race and their planet, but quickly transitions into the present day, bringing in comedy and action as the usual, and even with Bulma and Frieza talking about using the Dragon Balls to make themselves look younger and taller. Bulma specifically mentions using the Dragon Balls to make herself look young, and when Whis asks her why she chose to look only 5 years younger, she replies with a hilarious confession stating that she didn't want to look so young that everybody would ask her who her plastic surgeon was and how much it cost. However, after realizing that the 6 collected Dragon Balls appear to be missing, they leave Beerus to take care of Bulma to have him cry out in agony that he isn't a babysitter before quickly rushing to the South Pole in search of the remaining orb. Frieza then arrives with both the Dragon Balls and Broly and his father Paragus, in whom he has apparently made a deal with. Due to Paragus' burning desire for revenge on the royal family of Vegeta, he joins forces with the cold-hearted tyrant, ordering Broly to fight with the prince. After a while of constant fighting with the Saiyan prince, he begins to struggle in his base form, causing him to go berserk in the process. He then transforms to different levels of legendary Super Saiyan, and even when Goku can't handle it at the end, just like in the trailer, they bring back the quote-unquote uncanon fusion Gogeta. The process in which they have to practice fusion dance is truly priceless, and what's even funnier is that they left Broly for an hour with Frieza, causing him to use Frieza like a punching bag, as they attempt to master the process of fusing without Pataras. Finally, they come back and take on the legendary Saiyan, creating a battle that is so intense it could possibly kill him. This causes an unexpected but win-win ending, which I won't spoil, that it has to do with some of the new recurring characters introduced in the movie that I haven't mentioned yet. If you haven't watched the movie, you have to see it. Even for people new to the Dragon Ball franchise, it still gives a background on what their past was and is a great movie to watch. The film has already grossed, by January 23rd, according to BoxOfficeMojo.com, a whopping worldwide total of $91,064,190. Yes, I know other movies had made more, but it's an animated anime movie, and on top of that, it's ranked number 3 out of all anime movies so far. As a special treat for the occasion, here is Vegeta failing at making an omelet.
残念です。ちょっと期待してたんですが。待て。
諦めなさい。ベジータに料理なんてできないんだから。
うるさい。お前だって大した料理できないくせに。ウィス、お前今までブルマに何食わせてもらった？
天ぷらうなぎのかば焼きにおでんすき焼きカニしゃぶもつ鍋、懐石料理にも行きました。
思った通りだ。ブルマは地球で一番うまいものを隠している。
一番うまいもの。
ブルマが1週間に一度は食べずにいられない代物だ。
ベジータ。
何ですかそれは。非常に興味がありますね。
食ってみろ。
これが地球で一番おいしいものですか。はっ。 喉を滑り落ちるこの柔らかな食感にこの上品なお汁
I know that clip was pretty random, but that's just a treat. So bye everyone, have a great weekend, and try to watch the Broly movie.
Benjamin Franklin Gates, you are undertaking the duty of the family Gates.
You and your crew are going to have to help me save the Declaration of Independence.
Today we're in Mr. Cudney's class and we're doing an escape room in a mine, and we have to unlock 4 locks that are on that barrel.
There are 4 locks on the Declaration of Independence barrel. There is a red lock.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm working on the red one. Yeah, I got this first.
Oh, wait, what's this?
You will notice that some of the clues have a red dot on them.
This is this, right?
Yeah.
Wait, do it on this.
Okay, there is a blue lock. There are some clues that have a blue dot.
They said we can move it over there.
Oh,
You should have 2 maps.
You mean this one? Right here. Okay.
Fern is the first word.
There is a black combination lock, and there is a black key lock. You will have to unlock all of the locks to be able to get to the Declaration of Independence.
Diamond.
1 second.
Yay! We have our first lock.
What is cards? Yeah, SQ.
And then, oh.
Yeah. Wait, that's for the blue. Where is triangle? Diamond. Square. It's the same lock as the blue.
Yeah. Well, I think this is related to it.
4.
Or Sparta. 5.
So, go ahead. Open it.
Oh my god. Other way, buddy.
2, 1. All right, good job. You have saved the Declaration of Independence.
National treasure.
When we go into South Seminole Hospital, you are not touching anything, okay? You are not scrubbed in properly. So you need to go to your seats. You need to get a pen or pencil. You do not need your notebooks. We need to have our pre-research meeting.
So this is our patient, Mr. Mertz, and we have different jobs like head surgeon, anesthesiologist, surgical assistant, nurse.
We are going to go over the goals that we have for today, okay? Then we're actually going to operate on your teacher.
Once you and your surgical team have scrubbed in carefully, unzip your patient and using the forceps, take out all parts of the body and spread out on the surgical table.
And then you are going to do your post-operation cleanup and reflection.
We would answer these questions, and then we would do the rest.
Right now we're taking care of our patient and we're examining everything that makes up her body.
Are we ready to save some lives? We can never be too clean when going into a hospital. Come on. Okay, so start taking them out. More than 1 person can take them out. That's fine.
What is the point of the big bang?
Which one of these people operated on you?